Okay.
Oh, there they are. Look at
There
them.
they are. We mean there we are because you just don't touch my hair. Don't do that. Welcome back.
This is the sign that I will not live till the end of the day.
He doesn't get a weekend now, no.
Ah, well.
So,
So we found the warp.
we did.
We are now in our new offices. As you can see,
It's very different, yeah.
nice landscape here. The sun.
Two or more suns.
Yeah, no, we actually have a dedicated Twitch room now, and
Yay.
yes, and we have new offices because our last office was downtown, and the building was, like, without kidding, about 100 years old. We had leaks, I think, 5 times just in my time. Like,
And not like
we had to cancel Twitches before because it flooded the Twitch room.
once it flooded the Twitch room, and we're not talking about leaking stuff. We're talking just
massive amounts of
shower style. Okay. Some people were unlucky enough to get stuck a couple of times in the elevators. If the elevators worked, usually 1 of 3 was always working, but 2 of 3 was good. 3 of 3, holy shit!
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
everybody was like, "Woo!" But also, we moved out of downtown, so we actually pay less here than we did there, of course.
But not for pizza. The pizza's more expensive.
The pizza is more expensive because we're
But
next.
there's more pizza.
More definitely.
Yeah, there's more pizza, and
We're
that's
in Little
because-
Italy now. That's why. There's
So it's like you would have thought like you would have.
Yeah, they were
cheaper
posting
pizza.
our address,
No,
actually.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cass Valentine doesn't care. I don't care that you don't care. Today, let's look at the schedule.
We have a lot to talk about today.
Do we?
Eternal Crusade.
Nathan's going to talk the whole time.
Anti-cheat.
Great.
Yes.
Upcoming patch. Did we get the upcoming patch list?
No.
Okay,
By memory.
by memory. You should probably run out and get it while I do a monologue.
Yeah. You want me to send it to you?
Yeah, to Remy Veilleux, and or is Confluence up again?
Yeah. Confluence.
Oh,
said it
okay,
was
yeah,
up.
yeah.
So
Let's get the.
want me to send it? Okay.
Yeah, send it.
I can send it to.
No, just print it. Oh, you
Print
can't
it?
print?
We're
if I can
so
print.
prepared today. This is amazing.
Yeah,
You
it's
can
been
tell
so
it's been a
long.
long time. We don't know what we're doing.
Well, anyways, State of the Crusade. 1 month that you didn't even prepare the list exists. The system the list was in was down the entire morning. That's part of moving. Thank you very much. So, State of the Crusade, anti-cheat, upcoming patch, which you're going to get the printout for,
Yes, I'll get.
and then upcoming campaigns as well. So, a couple of things that we have. We're going to jump into the State of the Crusade, and that's slides. That's why you can run away.
Yeah,
and,
I'll
and
run
get
away.
a
As soon as
printout.
it'll be like magic. They won't
Yeah.
even see me leave.
Yeah.
Wait, do we have the slides?
Yeah, Nathan definitely has.
Oh, the slides are there. Yeah, but
What
no,
slide?
the list that we're talking about was in
In
Confluence.
your email.
Confluence was down. Yeah, it's in your email.
In your email. Totally forgot to say when I came in. I apologize. I was taking pictures of the room.
You only asked me
It's a good
5
one.
times.
I know. But then by the time I had to walk half an hour and find this room, I don't even know where we are right now. I forgot. It's okay.
Da, 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 da,
He's gonna
da.
kill me later.
What?
I'm sorry, Bjorn.
What? Oh yeah.
We got slides coming.
Well, we could change the order.
Sorry, we're just so happy that we're on Twitch again.
Yeah.
Which is actually ironic because next Friday
And the Friday following.
and the Friday following are both national holidays in Canada. So you
Well,
won't see-
one is only a Quebec
One
holiday.
is Quebec.
Yeah, and the other one is Canada.
Yes, but they had that as the national holiday of Quebec, right? Saint John
Right.
the Baptist.
Yes.
That's the Quebec.
For just Quebec.
Yeah, the province of Quebec. only.
Sorry.
And then it's
Yeah.
Canada Day for the whole country the following Friday.
So
So
we
we'll
won't
be
be-
back in 3 weeks
Mhm.
again.
But I'll prepare a
Apologies.
list for the next one too. I'll have a different list. Maybe printed, maybe not. We'll see.
Well, I mean, our goal is that anti-cheat is that far ahead that the patch is actually next week. I haven't gotten that confirmed yet, but it looks like it because the last technical issues that we had with implementation of anti-cheat should have been solved today.
Yay.
And I'll show you that later on. So it's the presentation. Got it? Let's go for it. State of the Crusade.
State of the Crusade. Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa. But I'm in. Oh,
yeah,
there we go. Okay, I'm still in the room.
So the numbers so far, because we wanted to show you that this change that we did a couple of months ago has been really good for the game in many ways. So next slide, please. As you can see, this is an example of the first 3 months. Revenue just like in the game itself, not including the premium upgrade units, went up 33%. 40% of the revenue is now coming from premium upgrades versus 60% coming from in-game. 18% from the RTC packs as DLCs, 28% from the four faction DLCs, and plus 28% on the RTC packs in-game. So I would say that, judging by this, things went up.
I have to say though, why is it in red? Because normally red is like if it's negative, if it's gone down.
Because
we need like fluorescent green.
That's because we're in a dire situation.
Okay, although the green might interfere with the green in the room. I know. No. Okay, next slide, please. Here you can see downloads since the free version, which also shows you actually how many markets we have untapped. Because what many people do not really know is that we have never done marketing since we launched the box in September 2016, and that was with Bandai Namco. And that was a small campaign mainly for the boxes. You didn't see it even. So we've never done advertisement. All the sales since those 9 months have all been simply through Steam, viral through Steam. So that's actually you talking about the game and bringing people in, nothing else. That's why we are now preparing, one, a larger advertising campaign, and number two, right now, for example, we are probably number 5 or 6 top seller in our category, free-to-play, and have been all week, actually. So that's not horrible, that's pretty cool. And now working on partners in those territories you can see in downloads. I mean, the Russian Federation and the US and United Kingdom after we went free is simply because we had a big presence and it became bigger. But in terms of numbers in the market, with a strong Russian partner, that's going to tenfold. This is only like 60,000 clients. It's not more that's coming from Russia right now, right? So with a Russian partner like, some of the big publishers or distributors in Russia, this can easily be tenfolded. I mean, they're telling us more, but you know, it'll be interesting to see. If we go further, daily active users, you can see it's dropping down there because what's in the middle is actually the daily active users at the launch. So like when we went free to play, there were like 45,000 there one day in terms of daily active users. And daily active users is a unique player logging into the game. And you can see the decline now, like it's slowly over time. And this doesn't include the sales that we're having now and our future sales. But you can see that after the free version, the average, of course, went like far up. But without marketing at all, this will continue to decline till we actually add marketing. Because if you see next slide, this is what happened, the monthly active users. And this is a common indicator in the entire industry, which is, you know, like unique users that log in that month. And of course, when we launched the free-to-play, you can see that before, not much was happening. Of course, we weren't even doing marketing at this point in time. The launch month, we don't really actually count there, but that's why we're saying 290% without any acquisition campaign. And that's talking about April and May. That's not taking March in. Actually, in most of our financial data, we exclude March because it's an anomaly. It's the launch month. Next slide, please. Retention. You're thinking about how many people actually, you know, leave or stay in the game. How do you want to call it? So people that actually log in the day after, 50%. 50% leave the first day. This is an incredibly high average for a free-to-play game. It's fantastic, actually. Day 7, you can see that it goes from 50% down to 35%, and keeping people for that amount of time in a free-to-play game, that's pretty unheard of. And even you see it only goes down to 22% on the 28th day of that person going into the game. And we're quite proud of these retention numbers. I mean, when everybody's looking at concurrent users, you have to realize that if the average concurrency, and it's peaking maybe at like 1,000 or 1,500 or 2,000, just to sustain that number over time, you have to have 5,000 to 10,000 people logging in over the duration of those 24 hours. So, if we look at the next one, because we're talking about the health of the game and everything, this is our server cost. So you saw earlier that we have far more players, but the server cost goes down. And this is actually two things. One is that, of course, we're optimizing, and we're also scaling up, and it automatically actually scales. But it's also that with the scale comes more efficiency. So our operating costs on the server side are actually going down. You still have this. You actually have more now of processing power and everything for each server than you had in the beginning. That's actually gone up we went from 2 to 3 work units on the non-Fortress matches, so that's a 50% increase. And that's also part of simply our troubleshooting in terms of performance. And it wasn't even maxing out. We're talking about, like, with this change, each server went from 50-something% CPU utilization down to 40-something%. So you see that you have lots of processing power. So that's not the problem, we have found out. This is somewhere else. That means network layer, network code, and maybe our hosting provider, maybe some of the settings. I mean, there's so many things that can be.
There's theories that it's my Bitcoin farming.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm stopping the Bitcoin farming.
Yeah, you see there the month, what is it, March? Yeah, that's when Noah stopped his Bitcoin mining. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I'm cautiously optimistic that we can do some tests next week. Actually, part of that will probably be decreasing match size, so that we can see the delta between the two in terms of performance of the matches, and this will probably be match wide, so or most matches, probably not the smallest matches. That we don't really see any difference there, and also a couple of other changes which we have up our sleeve. But it's good to see at least that our costs are going down and not up, and this doesn't include staff. No. If you're wondering about that, this is just server cost. Next one, please. This is the surprise slide. Yeah, it's like I have like a comb in my hair, so I'll just keep like this. Okay.
It's a giant comb.
Because you were wondering,
combing the desert.
Yeah, you were wondering, like, why can't we show you stuff? Why on earth don't we have stuff that you can show? Well, I took a decision to show you what we are working on conceptually. And we've said, we are working on vehicle customization. Right now, the system that we use to customize characters is now ready for vehicles. That doesn't mean you will get to customize, to begin with, your vehicle like you customize your character. Mm. That means that you will get these variations. If you are a 40K fan, you can see the variants that are on this picture. They should all be familiar with you, the different turrets, and the modification. For example, down there in the middle, that's the anti-tank one with it's the one that blows up because it overheats. Mm-hmm. I can't remember what it's called. Somebody knows that. But anyways, you will have preset vehicles in quite a few months actually. This is going to take a while because now we have the technical system ready. And now we have to put in, all those things, turrets, have them created, and so forth, so on and so forth. But in the meantime, we're going to start recreating the old vehicles in the new system.
That's done though.
Yeah, and then we put some pimp on them and put them out. So we have, like it comes in steps. You will have a pimped out version of your Rhino, and then further down the line you will see stuff like this, which is actually variations of all the vehicles, which allows us to do things that are quite interesting. So that's the state of the Crusade, because we wanted to show you, and like people are thinking, oh my god, yes, the team is smaller, yes, the daily active users goes down, but that's normal because a lot of the people that are players and are paying, they have been playing Eternal Crusade for, well, those that have been longest, probably, well, year, 3 months, year and a half almost.
Something like that. You're talking about the most,
like
captains,
founders, captains
who were in there first.
So it's not strange that it goes down over time when we're not advertising at all. So we'll fix that. That's the plan right now, and we have a sale right now. It's going fine, quite well actually. I mean, we're top 10 sales and have been like this week. And of course, note, you should have seen it in your newsletters, that this is the Imperium edition that's 50% off, and the Imperium edition is already 50% off. Like inherently, the stuff inside it, the RTC and the bundle. So you're getting 25%. So it's about like if you're in US dollars, it's $100 of stuff for 25. But that's also the maximum that the Imperium will go in terms of discounts. So upcoming sales, which we don't know about, will still have the 50%. You're not going to get more discount on this one. That being said, we have other packages which might get a good discount.
So for those asking about the Imperium, if they're already a founder and they want to buy the Imperium to get the RTC and
yes.
DLCs, yes you can. It'll just add what you're missing.
Yes. There was a problem before which we fixed this week on Tuesday, which was because of the Steam setup. There we had, and we use basically DLCs inside of these editions all. They were sharing the same 20,000 RTC DLC. So when you came and you already had it once and you came again, we just saw you with the same DLC. So you didn't get your extra credits. Now that has been fixed so that they all have their own specific ones, so that we see which credit pack you actually are buying in the different packages. So whatever you buy, you'll get all the stuff. And you can always add it on top. Even our customer support has been really nice to people, and if it so happens that you're in any problems with a purchase or anything like that, they usually help you out, because we told them to be nice, unlike us, because we don't like you.
We do actually like you.
Oh yeah, I know. We love you actually. So that brings me to the next segment, because we have to be fast and we have a lot of questions, which is the Anti-Cheat 2 picture.
Did you?
Yeah, see there. Whoa.
Oh, I'm in the way.
There you go.
There.
Oh, yeah. So, anti-cheat. There's not a lot of cheating that is possible to begin with in Eternal Crusade, because so much of everything is actually server-side, which is, of course, the reason why what we have on the client side is pretty basic stuff. And we didn't use the Valve anti-cheat, but we have easy anti-cheat. And as you can see, they have some cool stuff. And for example, including this, there's everything from gameplay behavior analysis. So if you're behaving in a way which is abnormal and outside all the other statistics, actually through artificial intelligence, or, well, machine learning as it's called, you'll be picked up. It's both asset verification, so you can't change your skins. There's runtime protection. You cannot run with a debugger or anything like that. Report processing goes into the database, and this is a unified database of everybody that uses anti-cheat, easy anti-cheat. And there's also network protection, but just to be clear, so everybody knows, we are on Steam, and this is while not being Valve anti-cheat, so which puts out VAC bans. This solution also puts out VAC bans, or as well. You'll see them as a separate ban, but they are exactly the same. eSite anti-cheat reports all the bans to Steam, and they are applied to your account. If we see the next picture, please. Just an example of some of the things that we get as developers and community managers and community support. There's both the developer dashboard, so we can see what's happening live time in terms of new cheats coming up. It'll just pop up on our screens and everything like that. But we also have the Scout, and when people are talking about, they're using alt accounts and all that stuff, and can't be tracked. Well, like I've pointed out, I'd be less than comfortable right now, because the Scout dashboard, it can pretty much track a lot of things down.
They have like sniper rifles and camo clothes.
Yeah, that's what we mean, by the way, Scouts.
Mm-hmm.
Like
sometimes melt up, but
yeah,
not
they're gonna come fuck you up, Scouts. So that's what we have for our easy anti-cheat, and that's why I said we're cautiously optimistic that this is going to be ready next week. And of course, we have been logging, and we the latest big offender was today. Actually, we found him this morning. He had 171 kills versus 1 death in 1 match.
Like no assist.
Do you really think
Yeah.
we don't see that? Like,
yeah, that
really?
kind of thing pops right. So if you're gonna cheat, you have to do worse than everyone else.
Yeah.
And then it's okay.
Like
Because no one
yeah,
cares
no,
if
yeah.
you're only getting 1 or 2 kills.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like at least die a couple of times, right?
Yeah.
And even if you die a couple of times, and I'm giving this up because we have easy and we're logging you anyways. So I mean, don't do 10 headshots in a row, because then we look at you, and the chances of you always getting headshots or 90% headshots, because we log that. How do you think we count 100 XP versus 130 XP? I'm just asking, right? So if you thought you were clever, I'd say that you didn't really think things through, because we must somehow apply damage, XP, everything like that.
This poor guy's probably watching our Twitch.
Yeah, and it's applied to a character so that you get it. I mean, we don't throw it out into the ether. So,
well, actually,
yeah.
he's sitting there probably laughing because he's like, my game still works right now.
Yes.
Because we haven't actually banned it yet.
And, 10 headshots in a row, yes, no. If you get those, we look at your account, and if it's all headshots in bursts, we take the next thing of, I'm only taking 3 examples of many. If you don't have any assists in the game at all, which is almost impossible, like you get no assist XP, well, that means that during your entire match, nobody even accidentally hit somebody that you shot and killed, or vice versa. Capiche?
Yeah, but just
ruined all their fun.
Yeah, but I mean, of course, it's not just looking at stats. The system actually sees if they hack their client, which is important.
Easy anti-cheat, I was just talking about the logging up till now. Easy anti-cheat just prevents everybody from cheating to begin with. But I'm just saying, those that have been cheating, you're in our database already. So, good for you, and I hope you didn't come from the same IP address as your main Steam ID. Well,
not that it really matters, because we track all of their IPs anyways.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So upcoming patch, which is the list that I was talking about earlier, and we got it printed out because Confluence, our wiki system,
really
was
nice
down.
card stuff. This is a good paper.
I noticed that we have good paper now.
Yeah, down this morning. So Noah, will you do the
honors? I can read some patch notes
in our upcoming patch, just beside Easy Anti-Cheat,
which will maybe be next week.
Maybe. Yeah, if we're lucky.
So this will be great because I'll just be reading from a piece of paper. You guys are going to love it. So some general stuff. The damage, assist, and debuff timers. Have been increased to be even with the armor regeneration timer, if that makes any sense at all. So you have a time before your armor starts to regen, and it used to be that the assists that you could get, XP assists, were a much shorter amount of time than how long it took before people's armor would start going up. So if you shot someone, your assist could go away before their armor had even started going up. So someone else could come along and kill them and you wouldn't get an assist. But now it's the same time between when armor starts regenerating or if you're going to get an XP assist on someone. It just makes more sense now. So next thing, the mastercrafted and alternate look storm shields have been added to reward boxes. So you'll be able to have some bling storm shields in there. Not the these are just all colors, looks, not the sort of super fancy ones that we had shown, or else we would be showing you pictures of those. Let's see, there were some banners all around maps that could cause collision, and we removed the collision from that because people were getting stuck. So now you can walk through them and also shoot through them. On the balance front, Flickering Flame received quite a boost because it was suck and now it's win.
But it's called Flickering Flame.
It should be like Raging Flame.
Raging Flame?
Something like that. Yeah, so the damage went from 10 to 30, which is big. The pen went from 10 to 100. The Ablaze ailment went from 6 to 10. The fall off was removed. Let's see, the
fall off removed the fall off.
Remove the damage fall off. Yeah. So it used to not do anything at the fall off.
You got nerfed in range. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, it's true. It used to have 400 meter range.
Yes,
and now it's only got 50.
But that's why it doesn't have fall off at the same time. Right?
Yeah. And the mana cost was increased by a lot. So it was not entirely buffed. It was also adjusted to be more in line with how good it is now. Let's see, the LP cost of the Bernie syringe has been reduced from 200 to 60, so maybe we'll see people using Bernie syringe more. The Renewer, that's the Eldar healing spell, now heals more and gives assist bonus. It used to not give assist, and it used to not be as good as the Chaos channeled heal. So let's see, Apothecary and Pain Boy healing grenades.
Yeah, more speed.
Yeah. Oh, you can read this too.
Sorry.
Should we alternate back and forth?
No.
Okay, so
it's like an echo.
I gave the Possessed grenades and a health pack. He was just, I don't know, not like people didn't like him enough, and so now
he's possessed. What do you expect?
So and Scarboy Commando gets a melee bonus now to his squad mates when he's the squad leader. So like the so that's cool. That's it for balance stuff, and then we got a bunch of bug fixes. Let's see. They're not ranked in order of awesomeness. So
fix. There's a lot of map fixes there.
Yeah. We've been doing a lot
Iron
of
Warriors fix.
Yeah, there was on Medusa and Pegasus there's some stairs near the capture points, and it's very similar. And it used to be you'd run up the stairs and collide, and you couldn't basically half of that stairway you would just get stuck, and those are all fixed. So that's a great one. We figured out what was weird with the collision. I've done cosmetic fixes to various things. Let's see. I don't know. This stuff we'll post the patch notes. I don't think it's It's not super
A bunch of
interesting.
people are asking when all of these changes are going in.
That's like next...
Possibly next week.
We just said it
Yeah,
before
yeah.
we started the list.
Yeah.
This is in the past with the EC anti-cheat,
Mhm.
which we think is going to be next week.
Yes.
All of this.
But
This is already
the-
done. We're finished
yeah.
with this.
And it should be on UAT, right? Is it
It's
on UAT?
UAT should be getting an update in half an hour, I guess, if it hasn't been done already with the latest anti-cheat.
Okay. Cool. So
But yes,
that's
this is all done. So it's probably most of it is already on UAT from the last update.
Mhm.
Yeah, and of course, what happens between today and next week, if we patch them, is also in the patch.
Yeah, one of the actually relic helmet on all the chaos guys. That was one thing people have been asking me for quite a
Oh.
bit. So that's now all chaos warbands can use that helmet.
the relic one. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that
That
was
was
see there.
Mhm.
But yeah, and I also see that people are asking about
Q&A.
Q&A, but yes, no, it's actually about the EC anti-cheat. Do we take you if you have a 10-1-4 kill rate? No. I think you misunderstand. We use far more complex criteria than that if we want to go into our database and fish you up and ban you. It just so happened that the guy had 171 kills and 1 death in 1 match,
0 assists.
Mhm.
0 assists, and bursts of 5 to 10 head kills in a row. Like, that's just putting a
Mhm.
big bullseye on your
It's
face.
like Sychowski says this one.
What?
173. It was 173.
Oh, 173, yes. There you go. 173-1. It's like, I mean, yeah, it's like if you want to cheat, the first rule of cheating is don't be the tallest tree in the woods. Your head gets chopped off. Those others that are wondering about IP addresses and stuff like that, no, I mean, this is what we use for manually tracking you down and your friends and your family.
Mhm.
And we have a very particular skill set. However, there's less manual work now because we're getting EC anti-cheat and it just takes care of all of this for us. Except if you want to be really nasty and, take your second cousins and everything with them as well. So, this brings us to...
The questions.
Questions?
Wow, we're already 2 minutes over our intended.
Yes,
half
because
an hour
we're supposed to be playing and giving you...
I only took 2
2
pages.
pages.
Yeah, okay.
Had a
Okay.
feeling.
But, I mean, we're already supposed to be playing. I'm actually not going to be playing. I'll be joining Timo on chat the minute that I arrive home, because I'll run from home after this and set up and join.
It's a long run.
I'm totally not going to run. I'm taking an Uber.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe a DJ can let everybody know in the chat what factions.
Oh yes. So
I don't actually
we
know.
have the developers on their developer accounts. That is because we don't really play on our developer accounts on live. That would be super weird. But we are now, so people can actually grab that developer achievement. Actually, we did another thing. On UAT, achievements are now enabled. So, if you're in UAT and testing with us when we're using our dev accounts on the test servers and get the kill, your bonus is, of course, that you get that achievement.
Mm-hmm.
See? I'm nice.
Wow.
I can be
That's
nice.
great. You're.
Okay, so, questions
Mm-hmm.
from the forums.
Coordination, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Is it intended that attaching a scope to a bolter, plasma gun, or shooter allows these weapons to ignore the effects of suppression while resetting the weapon's spread, allowing the gunner to effectively nullify the spread with it?
I doubt that is intended.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No,
So-
it's like
so that would be-
yeah,
A bug.
yes, because I
It's gonna be
answered similar things today in a couple of instances where it is like, hey, is 80 like is strafing an exploit? It's like no,
Mm-hmm.
because let's be clear what an exploit is. That gets you permanently banned, reported to Steam. That's bad fucking stuff. Is strafing in the current situation of the bungee jumping and stuff like that?
This is not related to the question.
No,
at
but
hand.
like
This
is
of Nathan.
there a
Just-
problem? We'll fix it, but it's not a fucking exploit.
Okay, Red Thirst. Any chance can we see some of the older maps, like the pre-work Black Bolt back?
No.
No.
Actually, the original Black Bolt is just gone. Like, so the Black Bolt we have was modified to the Black Bolt, like the Black Bolt now.
Well, I mean,
so
we can go back in the source control, but it's like it's missing so much.
Mhm.
We'd
no,
basically
no,
be remaking it anyways. So no,
and it's deleted.
I'd rather just work on a new map that might be similar. Black Bolt 2 or
It is Black Bolt 2.
Dust 72.
Yeah.
CS Dust.
Mhm.
Anyways, Smurfcon. Smurfcon?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. I didn't see that. No. Any chance of seeing the new roadmap or updated version? Did Chan give you guys the Nurgle plague from his vacation return? Yeah, we can totally blame Chan for it, but didn't we do that already? The reason that you have a top 10 priority list already on the forums, and you actually have 2 focus lists, which are checking the status of both the entire game and those 2 specific subjects, because I mean we've put in more than 100 just in the last couple of months changes to both balancing, fixing bugs in melee and everything like that. So we want to do another measurement. What?
She's peace
I
out
was
to the
answering
people.
someone.
Oh. It's like, do you like diamonds? Brother Toaster. Oh well.
Brother Toaster. Yeah, you want me to read it? I can read it.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Were you affected by Nurgle's plague of undead? So now you became zombies and you don't need to eat and sleep, and thus you can push out updates faster. Well, see, I think he's confused because zombies need brains.
Yeah, I was like, this would
yeah.
that would be the exact opposite. We'd be you know, we'd be like people are describing.
And
us
also,
on the
zombies
forums.
don't walk very fast.
No, it's
either.
true.
So the
Yeah.
updates would come out at zombie speed.
Right.
Anvil, how are vehicle templates expected to work? As in, will you choose your active template from a list like infantry loadouts, or will they be set in the hub before connecting to a match?
So, we were not necessarily in agreement whether we should start showing vehicle parts and talking about them, but Boss here really wanted to. He was very excited about this.
I'm really excited about it.
Yeah,
I mean, you know.
the plan is
Excited about it.
First, you'll have the just modified.
Yeah, it's like templates.
Well,
I read
so-
that as prefabs, like prefabricated stuff. That's the
Right.
first thing you get.
But the first thing is not going to be even the different weapons. It'll just be better looking versions of what is already in, and then we start to think about the different
if it
versions
wasn't
of it.
clear earlier, what I was pointing out is now we have the system. Now we recreate the current vehicles, and then we make a better looking version, and then we go on starting creating variations of the actual.
Yeah, and we also need mechanics for deciding.
Yeah.
So, if you're allowed to spawn a vehicle that's got a better weapon.
Yeah, I mean,
we've always wanted to have a better way of having veterans than just one life.
Oh yes.
And,
veterans and heroes, all that stuff.
So, like ideally, we would have the system where you can pick when you go into battle how many veterans, which weapons, what kind of buffs, what other sort of stuff.
Yeah.
That's that slates tab.
Slates / stratagems.
Right. I call them stratagems, which
but they're slates in the UI. Yep.
Yeah. That disabled tab that's been there since
And
forever.
for the record, we are watching the YouTube chat, yes?
Ibofail, will we ever get an overhaul to the current guild system? And I can just stop the question. Yeah, yes, you will get an overhaul. It is a bit far out because it requires a lot of UI work. And our UI work right now will actually go into the personal goals first. After that, we are actually going to go into the squads rather than the guilds.
But with that said, I would like to see if we could just add the guild members list to the war party.
Oh yeah,
invite
of course,
stream.
yes.
So
that's not what I call an overhaul of the guild.
no, but
system.
I mean, he's saying we need ways to invite people to war parties. and he has
Yes.
a bunch of
Yeah,
other
yeah, bunch of other
suggestions or whatever. But like, I do agree that that should be a thing. Like, you don't necessarily want everyone in your guild to be a friend of yours on Steam.
No. That'll come, because you already have the list, you already have the information. That means we have the information. So hooking you up in a war party together. And yeah, that's not an overhaul of the guild system.
Yeah,
but
maybe. I don't know. Things that seem easy sometimes are not. So
I'm the guy that get to say that. Jesus, don't take that away from me. Then I have nothing left in my life.
So we didn't talk about upcoming campaigns.
Oh,
There's
no,
a lot
hey,
of questions
okay.
in chat about
Oh yes,
campaigns.
no, sorry, yes. But like, let's finish these questions here, and then
Yeah.
I'll talk about the part of the upcoming campaigns that we can't talk about now. Because as I said in our official news on Steam, the details will be in the next Twitch. Well, you'll actually probably have a campaign in your face before that time, but because of those, like a 3-week gap that we have because of everybody just being lazy here in Canada.
Patriotic.
I mean, you can come
you
to
mean
work on
patriotic.
Friday.
I got so many dirty looks from Canadians here around me.
Mainfold would like
Like-
to know,
Everybody's killing us.
I'll stab
yes,
you later,
yes,
okay.
yes, yeah.
what are the current intended changes for the melee system?
We're not going to talk about that. Besides that, we will continue to work on it, and there's a specific thread on the forums asking for your feedback on what specifically you would like to see. We have a roadmap, of course, but I mean, we've fixed so many different things all over the place, but there's still stuff in there which is broken and non-consistent.
Yeah, and
Inconsistent.
if the change, so it also was requesting a forum post, and if there's a forum post warranted by the changes, a forum
Oh
post
yes,
will get
oh
made.
yeah. I mean, if like when we have gathered feedback and looked at data, and we have something like massive conclusion out of the feedback plus what we're doing, sure, that actually might happen. I mean, who doesn't like shit posting on the forums? Timo! Blight grenades are a very rare sight on the field at the moment due to how underwhelming they are compared to frag grenades. Are you planning on making a second pass on these things to actually make them worth equipping?
I made a task for Chan to check it out.
Nice.
So.
Princess Skyheart, not meant to be snarky. That's like, with all due respect, and then no respect, right? It's like, not meant to be snarky, even though it's sure to sound like it. See? What is the 10-year plan for Eternal Crusade looking like now? Oh yeah, you're referring to me and my 10-year plan. I always have 10-year plans. Because, I mean, the last MMO, the first MMO that I worked on is now 13 years old. And that's, of course, all thanks to me. Noah did some stuff, but, you know, it's this guy here. Defiance is even running. Dust, sadly, isn't running. So, when you start out and make an online game like this, the intent is always that it keeps on running and sustains itself long term. That is the basic principle of it. So the 10-year plan is that actually that we always will have problems determining what should we do next, because the 40K universe has so many things to add. And just starting with variants of the vehicles that we have today, getting that in, getting more personal goals, getting in more game modes, and or actually I think we prefer extending or working with the current game modes, so like more variables within there. Could be fun, because I mean we have the mechanic of destructible objects. Maybe we can add more of those, or fix them. I love enemy territory, by the way. Did you read my email?
Of course, always.
I deleted it.
Infestanden. What plans are there to let people know in game their purpose for fighting on Arcona? Ha! That actually, our plan is to start informing you in the next series of campaigns, maybe. Belphegor, will we see rapid improvement in the matchmaker? Starting matches, we were actually discussing this exactly today again. We do this on a regular basis. And we are going to look at both the timers and when we start the match, and also the
what's the variable? It's like it says max imbalance. Or
Mhm.
something? Yeah. The parameters of the matchmaker. So we're going to start there. You know, make sure that in all cases it's working as intended. Asheru, any word on the delayed suicide grenade that always pops out after you down someone on your end? I have no idea what this is.
Well, so I hear people complain about that, and I try to do it, and I'm never able to pop out a last minute. Well, I should get maybe some grenade advice from Katie. Katie's.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like delayed suicide.
But I don't think we have any word on it.
I will give you advice when I get my damn glitter grenades.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, hit us up on Discord
Sounds good to
and
me
show
now.
us or do a video, because I like, that's strange. Anyways, I mean, I'm at least not able to glean out of this sentence what's being referred to.
Well, it's like after a grenade pops
Yes,
out.
sure,
of
yeah,
your
I
butt.
got that part,
Yeah.
but I mean, are you able to do it somehow in a manner that after you're actually in that incapacitated state, you can throw it out or whatever? Anyways, what is the main problem?
Maybe like explodes inside
Yeah.
him, but then it pops out on the other end and keeps going. It's like the
You
grenade.
should make a movie about that.
Mhm.
Like, you know, something pops out. Sal, what is the main problem for behavior that is slowing down the development of EC? Well, there's a lot of things. Money, because that's the problem with all games. They all want more money. But right now, of course, because we have a smaller development team, which is normal, you don't have the full production team. That's the main thing. But
That's
it's
still money, though, right? Same thing.
but that's money. And the problem actually is that the choice of people, the composition of people that we have, means that we don't have all the pipelines fully functioning at all times. So, for example, right now, you have the three of us,
Mhm.
and I tell Noah...
This is half of the dev staff.
It's like the three of us, the three over there. And I tell Noah to do something, and he ignores me and does something else.
Mhm.
And then Katie says what I told Noah, and then it all gets fucked up. That's game development for you.
Mhm.
No. So we have engineers and game designers on the team.
Mhm.
And on Monday, the plan is that we spin up actually the 3D creation and integration pipeline again.
Mhm. Again,
That
that we used to have.
Yes, that we used to have, which means that we can finalize what we're missing on the Eldar Autark, the Eldar campaign rewards, and also start integrating a lot of the 3D assets that we still have, which aren't in the game. And this actually ties into the workshop discussion, which is, why don't you allow us to model all the stuff for you?
Mhm.
It doesn't work that way. I mean, the game is not made to be modded. Like the games that have huge Steam workshops, they are built from the ground up to be moddable. And that we are not. So a lot of the effort, and that's why we have a lot of 3D assets just unused, is because the effort of integrating them is big. But we're starting up that pipeline, hopefully Monday, which means that it will start, I don't know, some weeks after. We'll see. So that's why, it comes in batches now.
Mhm.
But what helps us also is that our sister teams, Dead by Daylight and the Unannounced Project, finally we're seeing the end of the Unannounced Project upgrading to Unreal Engine 4.15.
Mhm.
Which means that when they have done that, because they're using our systems and source, we can easier integrate Unreal Engine 4.15,
Mhm.
which has a lot of improvements that are going to help us. How much they will, we have no idea. But
Because we were on 4.12. I don't know.
yeah, we're
Everybody
4.12,
in the
hot
audience.
fix something, whatever.
Mhm.
So we have a lot of things coming in there. But I mean, I'm not going to kid you. When we start integrating 4.15, I mean, I'd be really happy if that starts in a month. We're going to go offline for a month. There will not be patches. We'll have campaigns running.
Mhm.
I mean, we will have activity and just stuff like that. But like, the entire team will be swamped just with the integration and upgrade to 4.15. However, performance-wise and everything, it's supposed to be much better. Client-side, server-side, network, everything. If you're interested, you can read all the patch notes between 4.12 and 4.15, and then you will realize just how much we were actually gaining from doing that. So, now see, we're almost filling the hour. I'm sorry, DJ. I'm going to close this because DJ will be playing with the dev team.
And he has all the giveaways.
No. I was going to say we are not going to do giveaways. Right. He does the giveaways.
Yes.
That's what I was going to say. But
him up like
because I accidentally skipped the campaigns. So right now we only have one campaign left of the faction campaigns, and this faction campaign will be the Eldar. So when we have the autarch and the unique items and everything, like it's going to be full-blown campaign like every other faction for the Eldar. That'll come in. That's the last there are only 4 factions, so that closes that series, which was intended to introduce people to the other factions. And boy, did that work. It worked way too well, especially with Space Marines. That ruined the entire system. So we will likely change it so that there will be like small rewards for the other factions to actually do on their sides, in addition to the same big campaign on the Eldar sides, but that's at least the intent. But we will know better when that campaign comes. But the big thing is that we now have commissioned 7 campaigns for all factions at the same time. So we have a series of connected campaigns for all factions, and 7 of them, which moves the storyline forward and exactly starts digging into why you're there and why you're killing all these people. Well, some obviously don't need a reason, others need a reason, others do it for the Emperor, and others like, I don't know, I have nothing to do after Slanesh came around kind of thing. I don't know. So that's what we have for you. And next Twitch, we will actually go into detail.
And that's like content out until almost October.
Yes.
Continuous.
Oh, it's October?
Yeah.
Nice.
I put it on a calendar and saw how much it was going to be.
So that's almost into October. So we have this series of campaigns happening. And so like when we say from now on a campaign, it is for all 4 factions. These single faction promotional campaigns, they were entirely, like I said, promotional. And this will have something happening for all factions, pretty big. It's like we'll have the outline and everything, and you might even have the first campaign started. But we'll give you more details on the campaigns themselves and the outline. Of course, we're not going to tell you the end or anything like that because, well, it doesn't even end. This is just the first batch of campaigns which gets out there. But we're finally in a position also that during these 8 weeks, 8 campaigns all the way into October, of course, at some point in time we will see personal goals, which you should also enjoy. They are not necessarily part of a campaign. They will just be in there and you can achieve things. I mean, we will do like amazing content with personal goals. We will take the super classic MMO goal of kill 10 rats and bringing back the tails. Right?
No. There will be no NPCs with little exclamation marks above their head.
Okay, so DJ Penguin, I'm gonna run. And we're all gonna run.
Before we go, I wanted to see by a show of spam in the chat who is excited for 8th edition of Warhammer 40K this weekend. It comes out.
Oh.
I'm like in the middle of answering all their questions and you just...
Uh-oh.
That's okay.
Uh-oh.
Spam away.
All right. Because I think that we got a lot of overlap and they've been hyping it for months now, and like I'm pretty...
there we go. Yeah. Excited. Yeah. So are we.
Yeah.
And of course people are going to ask, like, what are you going to do with the 8th edition? And then I will remind you, of course, that we are not emulating the tabletop.
Mm-hmm.
We are a game based on the lore.
Mm-hmm.
However, we have taken a lot of things from the tabletop and implemented that because, I mean, to some extent, that is even part of the lore, right?
Mm-hmm.
And don't be surprised if we see something in the 8th that ends up in as influencing what we have here,
Mm-hmm.
long term, of course. That's it. Now we start shooting each other. Has DJ decided the?
I don't know. Let's see. DJ, what 2 factions? Let us know. It's super rare that we all gather so people can come kill us. It's
Yeah,
pretty nice.
but but you guys are going to join his war party, and I will just join his into the Discord and be in chat in
Soon.
25 minutes, 30 minutes. But you'll go straight to your computer.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I have to switch builds. I'm on a wrong build, but
Yeah.
I'll go to live building.
Well,
Thanks
we're
for
going
tuning
to
in.
host him right after,
Yeah.
anyway, so you
Yeah.
guys can see in the chat.
Thanks for tuning in. We're so happy to be back. Sorry for like the slow start because I mean, hey, we are out of out of training,
Mm-hmm.
out of
Practice. Mm-hmm.
and
then we're going to be out of practice again because there's two weeks off. So it's like
Yeah.
Well,
3 weeks we'll see him.
What is this? How can you have 4 workday weeks in a row?
That's good.
It's like almost
So
like
we'll-
Iceland
so like-
that has like a 4-day and a 3-day week with the Monday off. It's crazy.
So July
Anyways.
7th, we should be back.
July 7th.
July 7th,
yeah.
Those 2 Fridays are out, and we are in there the following Friday. In
Great.
between, like I said, you will have a patch with
Yeah.
easy anti-cheat and all the balancing changes and everything that Noah just talked about.
Yeah, we should definitely have some Eldar stuff to look at by the time
Well,
we're
yeah,
back.
you know what?
You know?
Yeah.
So it
You
should
know,
be,
it's if everything goes as planned on Monday, we might even have a celebratory moment where we actually launch the Elder campaign.
That would be nice. Yeah.
Because I mean, if we get this guy and he does, you know,
His
and
thing,
is with
yeah,
us, I mean,
yeah.
it's like we're talking about.
Giveaways are on DJ stream. Everybody's asking.
Giveaways are on DJ stream.
DJ stream.
Yeah.
Relic packs
But
and
yeah,
bunch keys.
7 connected story arcs for each faction coming in right at you.
It's probably 4 story arcs in 7 bursts because each faction has a story arc.
Yes,
And
sorry,
it's-
yes,
yeah,
4
yeah.
story arcs in 7 bursts.
This is like the
Actually,
longest
8.
goodbye ever.
Okay, 8
The writer wanted to do 8 because that.
because we pay him more if he does more.
Yes.
So yeah, he's like, how about more? We're like, okay. So anyway, July
That was a
7th.
hint, actually.
July 7th.
What's the
Okay,
number?
let's just
What
keep
is,
it
what
going
is the
till
number
now.
8?
I'd like to
We're
go
gonna
build
go.
it.
Gotta get
Yeah,
to
what
it.
is the
Let's
number
go
8
shoot
on?
people.
Go,
Okay.
go, yeah, shoot.
Uh-huh.
See you in
See
3
you.
weeks.
Yes.
Bye.
Talk to you ahead.